Hi, lovelies. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, Sasquatch enthusiast. Till the day I die, don't at me. Who's haunting who? Okay. I will die on that hill, y'all. I do a lot of weird shit. Feel free to ask me. I'll tell you yes or no. Anyways, anything occultish or strange or probably shouldn't be doing, I'll be front row center. So, haunted places, on it. Like, possible poltergeist activity, fucking shimmying my way through the door. But like a fake haunted house, don't you ever invite me and I will not go with you. Absolutely will not. It's not happening. Guys, I don't know. I'm just fucking weird. Anyways, welcome to the free weekly reading. This is where I pull 3 piles of cards. You guys pick any and all that you're drawn towards. And then I interpret those cards and let you know what I see for the week ahead. But before that, we talk about some astrofuckery. So let's get into it. Guys, we're in Pisces season. We're about to have a new moon in Pisces. Come up on the 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you live. It already feels stanky. It's a water element. So everybody, our feelings are involved. Our emotions, our intuition. It's already a liminal time. And what I mean by that is that the veil is incredibly thin. So magic is afoot anytime that happens. With the new moon too, there's this spot like right before it turns new where it's like a psychic dark moon moment and we're sitting on it. So also too, if you guys wanted to connect with loved ones in spirit, if you wanted to do work any magical goodness, don't be afraid to be doing that right now. This is a great time to do it, or wait until the moon freshens up, goes new, and then start doing your work then. But just know that this is a beautiful moment to do some deep, powerful psychic work. Maybe even some good, deep psychological work on yourself, since Pisces rules the 12th house, talking about the unconscious or the subconscious. But guys, with this new moon coming up, this is like a wish fulfilled. And Jupiter's in the fucking mix. So that means, and positively aspected. So that means that this is expanse. This is benevolence. This is gifts coming through. And especially around with Pisces here, like the wish that's in our heart, maybe the wish that's in our unconscious, maybe something that we've been afraid to wish upon and hope for might actually be here. And so maybe we're terrified of facing it, or maybe there's some fear element here. Well, it's kind of saying that this new moon, don't be afraid anymore. Just wish for what you want. Say what you want. Speak it into existence. There's something important happening here. And with Jupiter in the mix, this is going to expand what it is that you're asking for and maybe even make it real. The reason I'm saying that part is because Mercury and Saturn are working together on the 2nd. I really think this has to do with maybe boundary setting, or maybe getting realistic about some of these loftier goals that we have. I'm telling you guys, go bigger and better with your dreams. Please ask for everything that you want and then some. But just know on the 2nd, when Mercury and Saturn are working together, they're going to ask you to maybe also speak upon the reality of the situation, or maybe how can I set boundaries around the situation about what I will and will not accept. How do I take what this big, beautiful dream is and ground it into reality? First, I have to do it with my words in order to know that next step. Fair? So don't be afraid of Saturn, especially when Saturn's in the mix. A lot of people are. Listen, Saturn's going to come up. He's going to kick your ass. He's going to make you go to task. But if you stand up and you do the fucking work, you get the fucking rewards. So don't be afraid of the hard work that might have to be put into this. Really, at the beginning, this is about asking for what you want. It's really around your words. Get clear here about what you want and ask for it. And just know that Jupiter and Pisces will take this to the next fucking level. But you guys, I think the most important part, and maybe the last thing I want to say about the new moon, it's a seed that we're planting. So be clear around what it is that you want. You don't want to put a seed in the ground that you don't actually want. So make sure this really is going towards our hope, our faith, our optimism. These are the things that Pisces stands for. This is the thing that Pisces lives for, y'all. So don't be afraid to have those. Don't be afraid to have your dreams. Don't be afraid to go bigger and better with this. I think the only thing that you should be afraid of right now is keeping yourself small. There's that. All right. And look, there's a lot going on this week, so I'm just trying to keep it as simple as humanly possible. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about with the aspects, because we also have Venus and Mars, who have been traveling together this whole time. We've been talking about the last couple weeks. It's hot, hot, hot. This is passion. This is the two titans, the two lovers coming together and making shit happen. Look, man, they're breaking down galaxies and making new ones right now. Okay. But guys, Pluto joins the mix on the 3rd. So this says to me, this really takes that passion and that hotness and it takes it to a whole nother motherfucking level. Pluto doesn't fuck around. Pluto is obsession. Pluto is passion to the 1,000,000th degree. Pluto wants what he wants. He doesn't give no fucks, all right? So straight up. Like, so I want to say this week too, maybe what we've been working towards, what we want, there's going to be a new element of power added to this. With Venus and Mars, this is going to be talking about our relationships, and it maybe even talking about like our passion projects. Venus is what we value. Mars is the action that we take around those values. So with Pluto in the mix, this is death, birth, and rebirth, sex. All of it's a part of it. So Pluto is really asking us to transform this, I think. This relationship, whatever is going on for us this week, transform these relationships. Who's got to go? What's got the death process here and needs to fucking go? Who stays and who regenerates? So I want to say this week, there's a lot of powerful things at play. Be careful around the things that you think and speak. They're coming literally to fruition. Make sure that we're focused on our hope, what we do want, our optimism and our joy here. Don't be afraid to go bigger and better and talk about the things, or at least ground this in a verbal way so that we have something tangible to fucking work with. What you want wants you to. So hold on to your fucking titties and let your nips guide the way. Don't be afraid to call on spirit. Let them guide you this week, especially if things feel out of your hands. You don't know what the fuck to do. You've got no response, whatever the fuck's showing up. Ask spirit to help and to show up and to support you, or at the very least, guide the way. Guys, pay attention to those signs and symbols too. They are fucking everywhere right now. Can I say this too about the signs and symbols though, guys? I feel like this part's really important, that signs and symbols can stand for a million different things. They really can. But at the core of every single one of them, at the very core of it, it's asking us to be present and to be here in this moment so that we can make the best choices with what we have right here and right now. So this week, be present, sit down, face what you really fucking want. Also, too, make sure that we're, like, working, because Pluto in the mix is going to get, like, really fucking hot and intense. Like, make sure that we've got something to channel this chaos into. Make sure you got a project or exercise. Sex it out. Do whatever the fuck you got to do. Work it through your system so it's not just sitting in your body. Okay? Make sure that you're doing something with that energy and channel it into something that maybe is helpful and good for you and pushes you clearly towards the future that you're hoping for here. Trust yourself, trust in spirit, and ask them to guide you. We got this. All right. If you guys are done with that shit, I fucking am. Jesus Christ. I just gesturing wildly at the world. What the fuck are we going to do, y'all? All right. So if you guys are ready for the card pull, follow me to the next screen. I'm going to pull these 3 piles of cards, pick any and all that you're drawn towards, and I will interpret those for you guys. See you in the next screen. All right, and if you guys pick card pile number 1, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the 5 of Coins. Second card is the 10 of Wands. And then finally, you got a major arcana card, talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You get the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this card pull. 5 of Coins and the 10 of Wands is hard because usually the 5 of Coins talks about job loss, financial insecurity, like not having the money that you need, really just kind of feeling destitute. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like he's crawling out of a barrel. What happened, bud? What happened, buddy? So just nothing great here. And then we got the 10 of Wands where she's got the chandelier about to drop over her head. But if you guys notice, it's tied around her. All she has to do is move off to the side and it won't actually land on her. So I want to say this week, guys, with the 5 of Coins and the 10 of Wands here, we feel overwhelmed. It is just too much fucking going on. Maybe also too, finances have been on our mind. Finances haven't been easy or quick here. Maybe we even lost a job, or we lost a situation where it just feels as though financially I'm just like left out on my own. This is overwhelming. I don't know what to do. How do I live? Listen, with the Wheel of Fortune showing up here, there really is when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it really kind of asks us, like, looking at the cycles of our life. So is this a cycle that we've already been through? Is this something that we keep continuing to go through? How do we stop this cycle so that we don't keep coming back to this place? I think that there might be something here around fate this week too, because usually the Wheel of Fortune talks about that. So please know that there is some level here with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, feeling as though we feel literally like time is a ticking, time is burning. We got to do something about this. Maybe now is the time to look for a better job. Maybe now is the time to ask for a promotion. Maybe now is the time, if we're having like a difficult situation with another person, maybe we just got a divorce. We're trying to, split things amicably. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself and that you're a part of that things are actually equal and good. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So what action can we take around it this week? Because and with 10s here, the Wheel of Fortune stands for the number 10. We are at the end of a cycle. We're not going to be doing this again. So how do we sit down and we ground ourselves, knowing what our worth is, knowing what we will and will not accept anymore, and knowing that this is the last time this cycle is going to happen for us. I'm about to start a brand new, fresh cycle around what I do want, having the abundance that I need, taking care of myself, getting paid what I fucking deserve, or making sure that things are equal in all parts here so that I can take care of myself and live my best life. Just know, guys, that the power's in your hands. This is around what you're choosing to do with it and the actions that you take around it this week. I know that you're exhausted, but come on, one more last push here. Really go out there and look for something, or start to let other people know that you're ready to look for a new job. Whatever it is the fuck that you need. Call on others to help you this week. Know where your resources are so that you can work the best with this energy that's possible. But guys, we're done here. We're not doing this again. Don't allow yourself to go down the cycle again. Decide that this is it and that you're ready for a new prosperous beginning, because you deserve it and you're worthy of it. Okay? Okay. All right. And if you guys picked card pile number 2, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the 5 of Wands. Your second card is the Ace of Swords. And your final card is the 6 of Coins. So let's talk about it. So this really feels like, to me, okay, so whenever the 5 of Wands shows up for me, it almost, like 9 times out of 10 talks about fighting at home. You and another person at home are fighting. We're not seeing eye to eye. Somebody's putting somebody's fire out. Maybe somebody's pumped to be doing something, or projects in the house, and there's a lot of fighting around it. Or maybe because it's Wands here, there's just passion around. Maybe you're trying to reconnect with your person and there's just nothing but fighting. We don't know how to channel this fire and this heat. Now, with the Ace of Swords here, it's kind of asking for like the birth of new energy. We need a new mind frame around this. Or we really need to maybe look at this from a different perspective. Can I say, though, with the 5 of Wands, whenever it comes up in a reading, and especially if you're fighting with somebody at home or maybe somebody at work, something's not working out here, I actually want to tell you, and people love this card for this, you're right. Whenever this card comes up, I want to tell you, you're actually right. And you need to trust yourself on that feeling, okay? So whatever the fuck's going on here, fucking trust yourself, you're right. But there does need to be a new birth, a new perspective, a new energy needs to be birthed here around this situation. And with the 6 of Coins here, maybe there's something about being generous, maybe with my time, maybe with my resources, maybe with my love, whatever it is here that we need in terms of those coins and resources. This is earth. This is practical. It's tangible. It's something I gotta taste, touch, see, and smell. So maybe something that will help some of the fighting this week, or the contest, or the scattered thinking, is to get clear, get focused around what it is that we want, find some perspective here, and really start to be generous with our time, our energy, our love, our money, whatever it is here that is needed, or maybe what we're fighting about. How can I really bring everything to the table, and really give it my all? Be generous. Be generous. Even if the other person hasn't, even if the other person's being an asshole, you can at least say, And I'm not saying like give everything so you're bone dry. I'm not saying that, but like be generous here with the things that maybe this other person needs, or maybe whatever's being asked for here. Be generous with your time, money, effort, whatever, so that you can say at the end of it, I really did give it my all. I gave it my absolute fucking all. And whether or not it works out, it doesn't really say here, but it's saying maybe a key element is being more, just more willing with your time and your resources and your love. So don't be afraid to give back in here, put back into the relationship. Now, you're going to have to make a decision though. Like if this person isn't giving back or things aren't equal, we're going to have to face that in some way, shape or form. So also when we're looking at this new birth, this new energy, this new perspective at it with the Ace of Swords, just know that it's a yes card too, around mentally what you're seeing, what you're picking up, what you're perceiving. So if you feel like things are out of balance, or if you feel like you need to take maybe a more generous approach with just yourself and taking care of you, please trust that too. Okay. So this week, dealer's choice, either bring more energy, and be like, more, giving with your resources to another person this week, or maybe even just doing that for yourself. Okay. So just make sure at the core of it, you're still taking care of you, that you're listening to what your needs are, that you're being clear around what the situation is and is not. And I want to say too, with the swords here, this does have an element of truth speaking to it, setting those boundaries, knowing exactly what you want and going clearly after it. You got this. No matter what, treat yourself with respect because you fucking deserve it. The end. Period with a T. Thank you. And finally, if you guys pick card pile number 3, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the Knight of Coins. The second card is the Three of Swords. And the final card is Major Arcana card. Talking about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Moon. So let's fucking talk about it. I want to say with the Knight of Coins, sometimes this can talk about a person your age or younger showing up in the scene to help or to hinder. Usually I find that the Knight of Coins is actually a really helpful dude, usually. It could be a guy or female, but traditionally it's a male. Now, I want to say this week, maybe this was the guy picking this pile. So, sir, if you have picked this pile this week, there's a feeling here that you've been responsible and persistent towards a goal here. But with the Three of Swords kind of showing up, maybe we're terrified. Maybe we're terrified of betrayal. Maybe we're terrified of heartbreak. Maybe this is what's been holding us back from moving quicker or moving more deftly towards what we want. And listen to, maybe you guys, maybe this is a female, pick card number, pile number 3, and you're dealing with a male this week. Maybe the reason why this person hasn't moved so forward towards you because they're really terrified of heartbreak, of maybe hating you, maybe getting hurt here some way, somehow. The reason I'm saying that with the Three of Swords and not saying that they have been hurt is because the Moon is in the fucking mix. Listen, y'all, this is a major arcana card, and when the Moon comes in the mix, it talks about a couple things. First and foremost, talks about illusion and deception, and it's usually a personal thing that we're going through. So again, being persistent, and look also too, the Knight of Coins moves slower than fucking molasses, for fucking Christ. So they're trying to be responsible. They're trying to do things right. But again, like maybe what's holding them or you, however this applies, holding back from moving forward definitely is because, and even listening to your intuition with the Moon card here, is because fears and illusions are coming up around heartbreak and you getting hurt or your shit getting fucked up. Can you stop playing psychic in that way for a second? Please, because you're fucking your shit up. And it's not even true. It's not even true. And so we're expecting an outcome to happen, and maybe based upon previous things that have happened before. The reason I'm saying that is because the Knight of Coins here is facing towards the right, which talks about the past. So the past is kind of influencing the next steps that we take, and maybe we don't even realize we're working off an old paradigm or we're working off an old story. It's time to face it this week. Is what you're moving towards really going to hurt you and harm you? Yeah, there's always a possibility. And especially if this has to do around a relationship or an important business contract or something that you've been working obviously towards for some fucking time. But listen, do not let your fears and worries guide you here, because it's going to be taking you down Heartbreak Avenue when really love wins at the end. Quit that shit. Reframe, refocus, really trust your intuition, because I think when you actually tune in, you know that it's not that. So also stop using this as an excuse to not move forward, to not do what's needed. Rude but fair, I feel. So quit that shit this week. Sit down and continue to be persistent and responsible. But know that you can move towards what it is that you do want. Your intuition, everything is calling you towards this. Go towards your hopes and dreams and quit prophesizing that it's going to turn up shitty. You have no idea. And quit going off of old paradigms. You're fucking your shit up. So continue, keep doing that if you want it to blow the fuck up. But if you don't, if you actually want what you're going towards, if you want it really, and like you've been building something really powerful and good here, because it's laid brick by brick. Look, I can say all the shit I want about the night of coins being slower than molasses, but man, they build a true foundation that has lasting power, okay? So no rushing ahead. Sit down and continue to take your time, but quit fucking your shit up with thoughts of the future being nothing but bullshit and fuckery and bad shit. It's not true. Quit doing that. And you're making that happen based on an old story that isn't even true in this situation. So quit it. Fair? Have I yelled at you enough? Okay. Just know with the moon, trust your intuition. Really tune in and listen to what it's saying, okay? Go towards what you want. It wants you to. Continue to build that foundation. You're doing something good. Continue to be responsible. It's a good thing. Okay? You got this. You got this. And for anybody else with that card pull, I would give that advice to your person, okay? Or whoever this applies to within your situation. Let them know they're self-prophesizing and they're shooting themselves to death. Almost like shitting, but like stupider, okay? Okay. All right. All right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope this made sense. I hope that it was helpful. Middle fingers for no, caw for yes. Any and all feedback helps me to grow. Let me know the cards you chose and if your message resonated for you. Thank you guys for always giving me this platform, coming with me every week and sitting down and listening to my insanity. I love you guys. I'm here for you. If you need anything, get a hold of me. And I'll see you guys on either Friday or Saturday for the Messages of Hope. See you guys soon. Bye.